So we're going to continue to cover our box with birch.
So this is a basic pine box. You see them often. They're filled with narcissus or amaryllis in the winter. So what we're going to do, this is the plain side, is this beautiful birch bark comes right off of the trees. And this is an example of it before we've cut it up, so you can really see the intricacies.
Can you buy it like that?
You can buy it like this, yes, at craft stores or online, various places.
Or if you have a woodland with birch trees.
After the next thunderstorm, go harvest your birch bark. So what we're going to do is we have these pieces pre-cut, and it takes a little bit of time to get them all measured out, but you need a super heavy-duty staple gun because these things have some thickness to them.
They do indeed.
So we want to get in there and really bang those things in tight.
Boy.
You have to have the super strong staple gun.
Yes. It's like the kind you use for upholstery almost.
Exactly.
Right.
So when that's good and secure, and you know it's not going to go anywhere.
And no glue.
No glue. I mean, you could glue it, but we're not making a tank here. It's just a centerpiece.
I am. I feel like I'm making a tank. Good. That's nice.
So it's good and secure. Now
and I like this with the back.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty. You can
is it
actually.
The back or the front?
Well, that's the thing. I've trimmed this down, but sometimes it's nice to just maybe not be so. So tight with it and break it so it's a little bit more organic. We can take these and.
I like mine the way it is.
Leave it high, and then you can spill things over. I'm going to bring mine down just a little bit so it has.
I'm probably making a mistake. I'm not listening to the master.
No, there's no mistakes.
But you know, I'm just rounding the edges off a little bit so they don't look like they were.
We're going to do a lot of stuff that drapes over it too, so you want to leave room for that stuff to fall in.
So now what keeps the water in?
Well, that's the thing about these type of boxes is that they are not watertight. So what we use is just, this is basic old black
garbage bag. Yeah, my favorite thing.
But you want it to be long enough so that when you do fill it with water, you put the floral foam in, it doesn't leak through the cracks and then you stain your table.
Okay.
So we're going to then take floral foam. This is
Oasis,
just dry Oasis that we've soaked. We have a piece here that is ready to go. And
this is many times heavier than when it's dry.
Yeah, so you put that, snug that baby right in there.
Okay, so does it go this way?
I put it that way, so yeah, exactly. And then make sure your plastic is up and around so you can see that.
Oh, I messed it up.
It's a little tricky because you don't want plastic all over the place.
No.
There you go. Perfect. All right. And then we just take scissors and trim this so it's out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about your tablecloth.
And it's better to trim it than to tuck it in because tucking it in, you might start to make leaks.
Well, and you're also going to get a wad of plastic that you're going to have to deal with once you start putting in your flowers and your fruit.
Right.
So you don't want that extra stuff. All right, so
good.
Trim that tight.
Lovely.
So that's all ready to go. You can then even add a little bit more water. I'll give you half of mine. You can have the rest of this.
Okay, they do.
Just so it's good and wet. You want to touch it up, every day or so to make sure there's plenty of moisture. And then the next step we're going to do is start to, we're going to take fruit. We're going to start taking wooden picks. You have some wooden picks, and we take these beautiful pears, and just nice and tight, not all the way in, about halfway in, and we can start creating some speared fruit that we'll then add to the centerpiece.
Okay, so use hard fruit.
Use hard fruit. And pears tend to get soft quickly, so you want to make sure they're good and hard.
But what about these gorgeous?
And the persimmons. And those don't even necessarily need picks because they're still on the branch, and they can fall over and create. Right. I've got artichokes here, which I can cut these big stems off. And I cut these off because that's going to take up so much real estate in the arrangement.
Right. So this is cotoneaster, right?
Yeah, isn't that pretty?
Oh, it's such a wonderful color for this. And so I've been using what do you call these beautiful golden roses?
That is called capriccio, and you can see how big they open up in the buck over there.
Amazing.
And that's one called combo, that kind of camel colored, which is
these
really
are
pretty.
Extraordinary. So you don't need a lot of flowers to make one of these amazing.
Well, especially when they're that large.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah.
It's almost covering up my pears. I might have to move my pears.
That's the thing. You can always rearrange.
You can. So beautiful.
So mine's very
And, yeah, tell
textural,
us,
and yours
what
is very.
What is this?
So this is Andromeda.
Oh, yeah.
Pieris Andromeda, and we've got the black-berried privet berries. So there's a lot of textures going on here. I have some of the artichokes. You have the persimmons.
Right.
Some pears that we started to put in.
So do you get a lot of your ingredients from the farm?
I love to.
Yeah.
I wish I could get more in New York from the farm, but as much that can come right off the land, the better.
Yeah. So it would be a lot of fun to go out and trim, do some good judicious pruning of your flowering shrubs, right?
Exactly.
Right now. See, I like the hydrangeas in
Isn't that
here.
pretty?
This
Like-
beautiful autumnal hydrangea.
Yeah.
Do I dare use a chrysanthemum?
Why not? You know, be democratic about flowers. It's all in the application,
Pom,
and you
pom.
can make it gorgeous.
Pom pom.
And it has a nice texture, really, when you think about that. and the
Am I
play of
doing
the-
okay?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's stunning. I love how it's layered and grouped.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Look how pretty, everybody. And it's not hard. I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yes. I always tell people that, but they always laugh.
It's true, you know, and you have to just do it and experiment and play around. It's supposed to be fun.
Another pear. So, I thought I would use up all these flowers, but in fact, I have a lot left over to do several more boxes.
You could do a lot.
I
Now,
want to make 4 of these for my table.
look at these
That
here,
would be
and we
great.
have the candles
yeah.
all ready to go. So we bring
Oh,
in the
those are
birch
pretty.
again. So these are just slabs of birch, and we just
Yeah.
took pillar candles and did a little
Utterly beautiful. And with a
ribbon
ribbon
and twine. I like that contrast of
Yeah.
the shiny with the
Yeah, I
textural.
like that a lot. So satin ribbon.
Yeah, just satin ribbon, and then
And again, when a tree falls down or gets old in your yard, cut it into bark
Absolutely.
and rounds like that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, use
and a
it.
long table, you can do a whole display.
Oh,
You wouldn't just
yes.
have one. You could have smaller and all kinds of tiered elements
I
going
see a
down.
hole right here. Oh, see, and you do. You keep going, don't you?
Yeah, I could spend another 20 minutes
Yeah.
on this one. So.
Definitely.